Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It is midday money on a Friday, a football Friday. A couple more days left. January the 19th. Welcome on into the show. Be sure to hit the like button. Sports show. Costs nothing to hit the like button. Or the dislike button. Not that hard to do. Sean Higgs, one of your picks, parlays, wherever you're watching. I appreciate it. Maybe you're listening in podcast form, which is nice. Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, TuneIn, Stitcher, whatever. Wherever you got your podcasts, go find the Midday Money Show. And I'll be rolling out some NFL props for this one you can actually listen to tomorrow as well. And Sunday again. On replay, I'll be adding the props. Well, I mean, I do the live show, so you don't really have to go back and listen. But I appreciate you if you listen to the show in podcast form. Mr. Sean Higgs, in the Twitter world, we got a lot to cover here. We got a lot to cover. So I'm going to Twitter right now. We're going to tweet out the picks here. We're going to tweet out some player prop action as well. We're going to do that. There's two player prop ones. I didn't want to throw them all in one, although I could because, you know, I'm a rock star like that. I could afford the premium subscription. So I gotta have longer characters. All right, where do we start? Marcos Minna for my guy. We did it last night at the 2:15 mark for Marcos Minna. I'm sure I know what this weed business is. I'll probably do it again later. Let's get all these things up in the chat first here. So I'm gonna banner up or comment section time all of the player props as well as the picks. So there are some TD props. We're going to push in a couple other rush receiving props here. Boom, shakalaka. And then we'll get to our regular scheduled programming in number 3. So there is a ton. 4 times 4 times 4. We have a gaggle of comments from yours truly. We will post them in the scrolls. Scrolls easy to do. They're all scrolling. Let's start in, well, we have to do the recap first from yesterday. Great day on the sites for me. College basketball, solid, like 8-3 or something like that. Split on our hockey, one NBA with the Trailblazers. So not a bad day there. In the video, no hockey, no NFL. Wizards win. Actually, the hockey game was a push. Vegas under. College hoops goes 2-1. 2-1. Today, NHL. Let's push it up. NHL, nothing in hockey today. I got one play on the site. If you're a YouTube Premium, I'll throw it up in there. If you're a YouTube Premium guy, $4.99 or a gal. I put a lot of plays in YouTube Premium. We'll see how that goes. I think I'm going to have to switch the pricing on that for $5. I mean, $1 isn't really doing it for me when I give out 100 plays in a week for $1. 14-13 plus 390 on hockey. 23-18 plus 395 as the Wizards come in last night. We like the Miami Heat. We, meaning me, Miami Heat is a -6 tonight, or when I did last night it was -6. College hoops, I don't really like any college basketball today. I didn't bet anything. 78-76 -590 in the video. A little bit of work to do, but you know what? We're at the 52% mark on the season. 10 games over. More 197 and 185. So we're back to about even there, and I'm happy. I can't really complain. College basketball 68-44 since January 1st, 61%. In all sports, 96-66, 59%. So happy as a clam. The NFL games haven't changed here. Ravens under 43.5, Bills under 43.5. Let's do some player propping. Anytime TVs. Oy. I stayed up late last night. I was on with Gabe. I came in. I did the Sports Rate Show with Gabe and Cam. Did the Late Night Money. And then, of course, I had to watch the final episode of Reacher for the season 2. Like Jack Reacher. But let's do some anytime touchdowns. Houston. We'll go Nico Collins plus 150. Zay Flowers plus 155. for the Baltimore Ravens. Elijah Mitchell, a plus 490 for San Fran. Tampa Bay, little Godwin, plus 210. Detroit, how about Goff to get one in there? Plus 750. KC will go a little Rice. I thought about Pacheco. He's like a 125. Either way, I was trying to just get some big numbers here, as you can see. Buffalo had to go to both ends here. Kincaid and Knox, 270 and 450. One of them scoring. If we get both, not too shabby, because I think we're gonna catch a couple of these puppies. All right, we had some winners last week with our anytime touchdowns. Couple rush props here. Lamar over 70, 80, 90, 100 yards. Ladder it up, as they say. 70 for 2 to 1, 83 to 1, 94 to 1, 106 30. These are all FanDuel odds, by the way. Josh Allen over 50 rushing yards is plus 18. And a little Debo over 100 yards receiving, plus 370. I'm going to hit every one of these. I'm going to hit Lamar. Lamar, MVP. Lamar, go off. I'm going to make 2 dimes just on Lamar. Lamar. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Locking in with the Kings here. Higgs, my guy, how you doing? I'm doing well. No complaints. January has been it's been a very good year so far. 19 days in. 19. If you haven't already, Sean Higgs YouTube, give it a follow. I know everybody's on Winner Free Picks, Parlays, but give my channel a follow as well. All it is, listen, it's double the stuff, but I also do some other things, like random 80s nonsense. But oh, Marcos Minute, my guy. What do you say? Hit the like button for just me. Marcos, last night, you didn't pop in on the late show. 2:15 late show, I did a Marcos Minute. But since you're here right now and it's early and the comments aren't really bustling on a Friday, I'll give you some thoughts here. I'll give you some thoughts on these games. There's a few. I did not bet any college basketball today. How about that? How about that? I just, I don't know. I did say Xavier last night. The St. Louis game, I'd lean St. Louis. Ryder. Again, I sort of want to take the Bronx here against Niagara. St. Pete's and Fairfield. Is Fairfield to play here? You want to do a little Fairfield? I'm not going to be upset. Siena Quinnipiac, I mentioned this last night. Kempom had this at 8. It was a 4. I mean, you want to come in on the Saints, I get it. Why is that line of 4? Makes no sense. But this is much like last night's game of Illinois and Michigan, where it was I think Kempom had a 6 and opened at 2. I mean, we won on Illinois, but I don't know. I'm going to say Quinny just on the Kempom number. Again, this game to me was a pass anyway. I didn't play it even with that number going that way. Mount St. Mary's and Marist. Nothing's changed since last night. I was like, don't really like this one here. Iona and Canisius. I want to say Canisius, right? Iona. They're the top dogs per se, but I'll go maybe an over. Toledo, Central Michigan. How about an over here? Maybe an over. Toledo in the over. The Rockets are always pretty solid. Akron and Kent State. I said Kent State last night. Money line, they were like a 1-point dog. I said lay it with Wisconsin. UNLV game. My initial thought was take UNLV here, but I don't know, man. I think Colorado State's a play. I think they're trying to lure us in with UNLV like they did with Indiana against Purdue. Added game, Stonehill and Fairleigh. Ridiculous. I'm going to say take Stonehill. I want to say take Lemoyne. I want to say take Wagner. And, of course, LIU. Like all the crazy dogs there. But if you're betting those games, if you want to run to bet those added games, Lemoyne, Central Connecticut, and the like, this is what I got to say to you.
Stop it. Get some help.
I mean, really, Marcos. The Marcos Minute. This guy's going to want to come in and take Lemoyne. But that's what I do for the people here. David's in the house. Late night lock, Stanford. Stanford would have played. Thank God my hockey picks. Tampa and Vancouver, the parlay hit. Yes, The Stanford one to me was, again, I didn't have it. I was hoping you won. I don't like coming in and calling out stuff. Our guy, we'll see if he comes in. Nathan Cerna had a best bet on Vermont. They rolled. King D says brutal loss last night on Cal. We had a 7-unit play up 7 4 seconds ago. Watching it, it's 2-3s game winner. Our buzzers gotta love it. I had Cal myself, and I thought I was gonna have a monster night. It was still a very good night. I'm not complaining. You go 9-4, but James, Dave says Sean hockey play night. Devils over 6.5. Book it. Here we go. Here we go. He's liking the ice over New Jersey, Columbus. I have nothing on the ice with all these big faves here. 6.5. All right. Love this play. Marcos Minute. UFC was down 20, came back and beat Memphis straight up. I know. It wasn't it was South Florida. And we had South Florida last night. Monday night, Michael's in the house. Well, lost on the Jazz. Yep. OKC, we got to give our and that was a game, Oklahoma and the Jazz. There's a lot of two sides to that game. I'm glad I didn't play it, but how about those Wizards, baby? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Like the King says, 54-30, 64 college hoops. Can't complain. Get out of here. I mean, come on. This guy, 64%, comes in here complaining about one loss. King D. This craziness. I'm tuning in via the Sean Higgs channel. Thank you, Jesse, tuning in via Sean Higgs channel. I got to get my hours up on the Sean Higgs channel. I should start doing like a ESB Picks from Dave and just doing like a nonstop all day 24-hour episode over there. Just me talking crazy. Marcos Minute. Last night I was on the slipping Higgs. I was sleeping. You were sleeping. Still basking in the glory of never in doubt of New Mexico State needing a charcuterie plate. There we go. I made some bacon earlier. I cranked the oven up to 425 and put in 2 pounds of nice extra thick bacon. Wonderful. Like the King says, Wagner plus 7.5 free pick one game. I agree with John Wagner. Again, those kind of things, I'll take the dogs. Didn't pull the trigger on anything. North Enders in the house. What do you say, Big Higgs? Michael B is here. Hello, Sean. Colorado got done. An incredible night from Mike. Ken's in the house. Sean, great show as always. Appreciate the information. Any thoughts on Baker over his passing total this week? I don't hate it. I'm probably going to add tomorrow, and I probably should have did it today with all the since it is a light schedule. Like, you want to do like a Baker over touchdown prop, like 1.5 touchdown passes. I think he's going to put up some yards there and some scores. Michael B says, I overslept this morning, late to work. I don't have a chance to look at the card today, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be Rock Colorado State, maybe whiskey. Yeah, I think those two, even though they're the faves, Mike, and that's we don't really, not that we don't bet favorites, but you see two decent home faves there. But I agree with you on those. I did not play them. For you guys, Cal was my only loser yesterday. A tough loss on Cal. Listen, I took a tough loss on Cal, but then I look back on how I won New Mexico State. New Tep was down. I mean, there's some of these games I had yesterday. I mean, nice doggy outrights, right? South Florida doggy outright. Towson, Monmouth. I mean, Cal, I took out a money line at 130, but had tough losses. We're going to get them sometimes. Jesse says, money line, Markel. Jazz had a chance at the final shot, missed it, lost by a half point. Yep. Money line, Markel says, I like the Heat first half, 3.5. I don't know if Trey is in or out. I took the Heat last night as a regular home fave full game. Al's in the house. What's happening? Only play late tonight. Toledo team total over 70.5 and Canisius plus the 8.5. Hold on. Canisius plus 8.5. That was a 5 last night. That's up to an 8.5 with Iona. There's a 5.5. I'm looking at lines last night. I like the Toledo. I think they win. Lakers team total and spread. How about a Laker under here? I mean, it's the Nets. The 22-21 LA Lakers, boy. Here we go. These guys, championship bound. Same record as the Jazz. They're not even in the playoffs, but somehow the Lakers are the best thing since sliced bread. Mike says, yeah, Sean, that was a sharp look with the Wizards. They've hurt me way too many times to actually bet them. And sometimes you just gotta hold your nose and play it. North Ender not feeling anything as much as OKC yesterday, but I'll find another winner soon. Here's the thing, North Ender. Like for me, I do the show at night. Um, I'm always doing the games ahead of time anyway, right? So if I'm looking at nighttime and nothing really jumps, I'm not coming in to force myself the next day. I think people think you have to come in and bet something like, oh, there's a game I got to bet, got to. So maybe I'll just do a prop or something or total. You don't have to. That's why I always say, man, these lines come out. NFL lines come out on Wednesday for the week and a half before. Kind of write down what you like without seeing the weekend's game. Then you see where they go on Sunday, or actually Monday. NBA is the same thing. The lines are out. You kind of look at the matchups the night before. Who do you like? I mean, you should have some kind of leaning. And if you're not having any kind of leaning and something you kind of like, North Ender, then it's like you're running on to find somebody else to confirm in your mind that your side was the right pick. You should always, if you like something, write them down. Maybe grab them early. Like I like this game. Why are you waiting? Why are we waiting here? Leafs hit two just wasn't a Leaf tax. Toronto getting it done on the ice. Marcos on first half. Pelicans here. Who do they got? The Suns. Looks like a lot of Pelly love. I might lean Suns there. Michael B says, I got a ton of action, but my friend is dragging me to a Niners game. I hate the Niners. That's odd considering you're such a front runner with your Warriors. KD Higgs, I've been tracking his home underdog trend in college hoops. If you take the Big Six conferences plus the American and WAC, home dogs are 57-28 ATS. I agree. I mean, I'm all for home dogs. Why wouldn't you take home dogs? 67% home dogs. And tonight, we got any home dogs tonight? You got Sienna's as a home dog tonight. Central Michigan. Can't say it's like a pick 'em. Stonehill's basically a pick 'em. Michael Beatty, I like the Heat. Do you know I like the Heat or where the Trae Young is at? Do you know I like the Heat or where the Trae Young is at? I don't like it as much as I feel like it's going to be like one of the most popular plays on the board. Well, I grabbed the Heat last night at 6. They're off a bad loss. If Trae Young's out, I don't like doing that when guys are out because that changes the dynamic of what the team's going to be like. I see Golden State is canceled again today. Wonder if those Dallas and the Jazz, these games don't get made up. Not that a lot of people have season win totals. Check your tickets on these win totals. You might not get paid. Nothing. I got my leans. I just want to only drop Heat over here. I'm working out. Still got to work on the card. Yeah, you always listen. You always got to have something. If you have nothing and then you're coming in scrambling until like, oh, I got to bet. I got to bet. That's how people lose, North Ender. Not you. I'm just saying to people. Locking on the Kings is 3.5 or lower. Home dogs are 9-2 against the number. Doing more research on this, but it's all adding up. Yeah. KD, this goes right into my. And again, your ranked team, short fave on the road. Always take the home. It's going to win long term. That's what it's about. Sienna is 5 and a hook now. So it's up from 4 to 5.5. Makes sense. Brandon's in the house. Good morning, Brandon. Just says, feels like a throwaway game for Atlanta with a home game against the Cavs tomorrow night. Could be on the road. Go home, take care of business. No, 9-12 on the road. Miami's off a loss. That's why I like Miami. Just off a bad game, you lose by 20-some points, whatever it was. North Ender says, I don't wait for others to confirm my picks. Trust me. No, you know what I'm saying to North Ender. You're like, I really don't like nothing. People say that, and then they're coming in because I know from experience. They come in. Oh, who do you like today? I need a parlay. Who do you like today? Like, just want to give money away. Just go down to the animal shelter. Buy a homeless guy a meal. Not saying you, North Ender. If you're doing a little work. Some people don't. They just come in and bet day of. I can't do that. Nick Nasty's in the house. Our good Godzilla loving friend. Michael B says Pelicans. Sunline looks off. I don't know what to do with that game. Yeah, it does look a little odd. I mean, Pelicans are not a bad team. It's 2.5. Sort of makes sense. It's not a terrible looking line. I mean, you bought it up. I'm telling you, I kind of lean to the Suns there, believe it or not. It's not kind of a homer play. I'm not a huge Suns guy. I like to fade the Suns and the Lakers and the Warriors and stuff like that. But in that spot here, I kind of like the Suns. I like the Lakers under. I, I have the Heat. I mean, I want to take Denver. How's that? Denver's at the 6-7 tonight versus. I mean, I guess they're begging you to take Denver, and that's why Boston's going to win. I guess. I could stay away. It's all right with me. You're welcome, Marcos. For your Marcos minute. Bill says Celtics tonight best efforts because they are unbeaten at home. Yep, 20-0. Do you have any college plays that seem like you are hitting more lately? Yeah, I'm really tearing up college since the beginning of the year. I just mentioned that. 68-44 with college basketball to start the year on the site. So pretty good. Today's games, I didn't bet any college basketball today. Wisconsin, Colorado State. Again, the Quinnipiac Siena line looks a little shady to me there. Sort of like Canisius a little, but not enough to bet. I mean, I'm not going to lie and say Wisconsin and Colorado State might get there for me. Maybe on a personal level, maybe on a slight level. Those I do like those two games. Maybe I should have put them up just to put something up, but I try not to do that. But I try to just put something in here just to put a game up. That's how you start losing. Oh, I got to put a game up here. I got to put a game up. We go through all the games anyway, so you get my honest opinion on all the games. If I like it, I don't like it. When Markel says Aaron Gordon probably not playing tonight. King D says books are adjusting. We'll see those faves covers. I agree with you on long term. Just pick your spots. They're adjusting. I mean, like everything. You have everybody talking about it now. But that still doesn't change people's mindsets. You can say it all the time. Very rarely are people just gonna do what somebody tells them to do. They're gonna let their own mind do the thinking. Oh, I'm taking an underdog. What is that about? I mean, we can go just look at like tomorrow's matchups. You're gonna have some games like this. Right? I mean, who do we got tomorrow going off in there's quite a few top 25 games. I'm sure there'll be some low looking lines. They'll be up in about an hour or two. I'm sure like Purdue Iowa line is going to be like that. Cincy Oklahoma is going to be like that. I mean, Cincy's probably going to be favored again at home. Texas Baylor. I mean, you're going to have some games. David says, I'm on Denver on the money line tonight. Worth a shot. I mean, are the Celtics going to go undefeated at home this year? I mean, that'll be awesome if they do. I mean, we had somebody in here yesterday saying that a 15-7 home record is good. And then if that's good, what is 20-0? I think that's awesome. Pounded Sports coming in public in love with Quinny at Siena 3, best player. First half, best player came back 2 games ago, playing 1,000 times better. Siena is +3. See, that's a 5.5. Oh, that's first half. Siena for the game now is 5.5. Dog at a day on Siena. Quinny is a second half team. That's why Siena first half play. And what was the? Why'd you? I saw the comment. I was on the other side. I was in a Bet Bash video. What was that about? I forgot to ask about that yesterday. We talked. Michael B says, "Tell me, Sean, what are the odds of you doing a whole show without taking a shot at me and the Warriors?" Whoosh! I don't know, man. That's probably like -450. It's definitely not a. It's not a shot at you. It'll be a shot at the Warriors, or more specifically, it'll be a shot at Steph Curry. There'll be a Steph Curry shot. There'll be some LeBron throws. Definitely some Laker nonsense. Team Money's not even in the chat, but I'd throw up a Team Money something to him about he had young boys in soccer or something. The young boys team, like young, what is that about? But they were like plus 1,300. If I just did a random show, you should know this. I will bring up, Michael B and the Warriors. Team Money will get a shout out for sure. Marcos Minute. I'll always bring up Gloria K. She hasn't been in ages. She called me Potato Head. There's a lot of people. My guy Corey Jones, first comment ever. Warriors are not playing till next week because of that. So they're off the whole week. When are they making up those games? That's crazy. Sean, are Fairfield unders a thing? Let's check it out. Let's head to the AA Mac Attack. Fairfield unders. It seems to me like they are 12-4 to the over this year. They are an over team, the Stags. 12-4 to the overs. So it's a 135 tonight. They've got over 148, 145, 134, 141, 144, 155. A couple unders there. Wagner and who's that? Sacred Heart. Over 142. And you have a St. Pete's team that scores a little bit. And I would say let's do a Fairfield over here. I would say it's definitely not an under thing. 12-4 to the over for Fairfield. Knew a girl that went to Fairfield College back in my youth. That is an overplay. 135.5. I say over. 9-1 run for Fairfield. They are 10-7. Not too bad a little run here for Fairfield, huh? 8-2 ATS. Look at this. Playing well. But here comes St. Pete's. 8-2. Loss at Rutgers. Get crushed by Rutgers, not bad, do you? Not really that terrible. Duquesne got you by 9 on the road. 1 at Niagara. 2-point win at Canisius. Both underdogs. I mean, you're covering 8-10. You had a cupcaker here. Would you? I love when you come in on a cupcake St. Pete's and you head down to face Kane College, Union, New Jersey. Old Kane. And here you are. -1 winner, +2.5 doggy outright winner, -2 winner, -6 winner. This is an over. It's an over, Bill. I might come in on this over now. Now you've lured me into this matchup here in Fairfield and St. Pete's. I think I'm going to have to take the over in this game. But officially, no college basketball in the chat. The Miami Heat in the NBA. And that is it. I mean, not loving the hockey board tonight. NBA is what it is. And the college one, again, Whiskey, Colorado State. Maybe this over Fairfield gets there. How about the Bronx of Riders, says Jesse Shule. I think I did say in this matchup, what did I mention in this Rider matchup against Niagara? I don't remember. I mean, I'm all about taking a doggy, but is there anything really worthwhile in this one? Riders pretty much own the series lately. Coming off a loss to Marist. Winners of 2 or 3. Niagara's an off loss themselves, but they've at least won 4 or 5. And won some on the road. I mean, you win at Iona on the road. That's the 9-point dog. You won there. 2-point fave. You won by 14. 3-point dog. You win outright. Syracuse gets you. No shame there. Binghamton. You covered on the road there. I don't hate the Broncos here. The Bronx, I should say. Great weekend of football ahead, King Day. You think we got a little football this weekend? 4 decent games? Maybe last year on team. Yeah, they're 12-4 this year. Woo! Nature boys got the heat tonight. I'm with you. How about the Texans? Going to be over or under for playing Baltimore? I like the under, but I think Baltimore wins this one. As a joke. Oh, you said handsome man at the 118 mark. I said, when did you play for this? I got it. Well, you know that was me at the 118 mark. That was me at 118. Jesse says Ryder lost leading score from last year, but everyone else is back. I would be I wouldn't hate taking Ryder here. I just like Niagara's road looks. Getting a couple points might be a close game. North Ender, so you're not feel much better. It's a cut. Yeah. I said this last night too, North Ender. I was not something I was running a bet today. And it's weird though, because some days like this, I might have like 4 or 5 or 6 games on a card like this. Like some days, like I like a lot. I'm coming in. Like I'm dreading it. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna turn the light off here, and I'm gonna jump into college basketball for tomorrow for a million games and see what I get tomorrow. Like we said, I'll be on Iowa tomorrow and probably the money line. These are the kind of games Purdue loses. I don't know if it's the kind of games they lose. I mean, that's a they are 16-2, and they lost to Nebraska and who is it? Northwestern. They lose that one too. And then they have double-digit wins on the road at Maryland and Indiana. And let's not forget their non-conference and who they've played and beaten on neutrals: Gonzaga, Tennessee, Marquette, Alabama, Arizona. Let's see what the number is first, Mike. I'm on Fairfield over today. Yes. 14-4 to the over, whatever it was, 12-4. Gotta love the playoffs. Who doesn't? Dakota's in house. Celtics spread tonight. As much as this seems like you got to take Denver to getting, 6 or 7 points, I think they're begging to take Denver, and I'm not going to disagree with you taking the Celtics here, Dakota. Seems like a high line for a team, 2 teams that maybe want to see each other in the finals. You're telling me in the finals these games will be 7-point spreads? Bill says you like the under on all the NFL games this weekend. I won't be shocked at unders in every game. I think the Detroit game has a shot at going over because of their defense. Possibly Baltimore might get on. I could see them all going over. I could see them all going under. Right? Have I bet unders? I've bet unders. Yes. How about the Rockets? It's gonna be an over under. I think the Rockets play tomorrow, right? Or is it the Rockets? Whoa! I had a burp. Sorry, that's wrong to do inside the microphone. But it's live, and I'm looking at Saturday college basketball with the Jazz. I don't know here. I'm going to be honest with you, Brian, in this game here tomorrow night. Do the Rockets at home, should they get it done tomorrow? I believe so. I think they probably win by a touchdown. You want to say like 123, 115 or something like that? I could see something along those lines tomorrow. A Houston winner. That'll be my bold prediction on a score. Yep. I got you. I got you covered. I like the Rockets tomorrow. Shout out. Good morning, my friend. If you haven't followed, shout out. Give him a follow. He's a big prop guy. He's a parlay guy. Things I don't do. We had a guy came in last night. A cat came in and he's like, "Hey man, got like live bets for me." I'm like, "Hey, I go on to shows with live betting, Dave and the Earls or Jimmy the Bag, and I'm not a huge live in game kind of guy." And I told him that I said, go check out these other channels because I don't want to come in and say do this, or you come in, I tell you to do something that I'm not doing with my own money, you know. And when I'm tomorrow with these props I threw up here in the chat here and on Twitter, yeah, I'm going to move on them a little bit. I mean, am I putting? I mean, are there going to be $100 on every one of these player props? That's going to be a no. I mean, I have basically like 5 just Lamar rush props. I mean, I think we have 15 player props tomorrow. I'm not going to put out 15 hundo on stuff I don't really do a lot. That's not what I do because I was saying I kind of like a couple others with Baker. His TD prop. Sometimes I get a call from somebody say, "Hey, use this." I don't know. I can't do that. I don't. Not that I don't feel comfortable. Like, oh, if you're scared money don't. It's not scared money. It's just that if you're not sure of what you're betting and it's not your strong point, what are we going to unload on something? That's not how. That's not how I work. Now, unload on NFL sides of total. Sure, I could do that. Shout out says 1-1 NBA, 1-1 in hockey yesterday. Heat and the Pellies money line plus 131. I agree on both of those. Brand says nothing. How about the Stros for February to spring training right around the corner? And I got, was it my guy Matt was asking some total action? We got him. We wrote him. I wrote him down. I went over. I said, hey, let me get some win totals here for the Major League Baseball season, some division odds, and I'm gonna be firing away pretty soon. Bowman Chrome time, yeah, right. I should just do the show. It's just be hours and hours of live opening cards. Just open up every card I have, and then just go right off to the dumps. Razor, shout out any Dallas Cowboy props for tomorrow. Do they play on Sunday? Razor gets his props off here. He could do that. He's a Green Bay guy. He's excited. He'll tell you how they're the youngest team in the league to make the playoffs. Good win. Great win. I mean, Cowboys. Hey, you should know. You had McCarthy as your coach. That guy couldn't win with Aaron Rodgers. So I'm not expecting him to win much with Dak. What's there to say? Listen, follow Razor. Here's a guy, and I'll just bet your props. This guy does a lot of horses on his page. I subscribed to his channel, and I signed up. I'll jump on some horses for a couple bucks here and there. I don't understand. And again, the horses for me. This is what I don't understand. I'm still learning the horses. And again, I'm 49 in the AMA. Oh, you're a guy who sells picks. Doesn't mean I know horses. Exactas, trifectas. I have no idea what fillies are and thoroughbreds and trotters. The heck is that stuff? I have no clue. But I'll follow a guy and I'll pay a guy for his information, for his help. King D says, later, Higgs about to dive into tomorrow's games. I did my printout. I went over my Don Best printout, all of the games, front and back. 5 pages for Saturday. My head already hurts. Not sure you guys are re-signing him. I do not know why they brought the coach back. I don't know how we give this kid 50. I know why you got to give Dak $50 million, because how many quarterbacks are there? How many? Not many. The coach says, I don't do parlays much, but Sixers, Celtics, Pacers, Lakers sound like money at plus 318. Someone here is going to F it up for you, Dakota. I'll tell you that right now. That looks like a nice 3-1 straight up. I know you're going to money, like these are going to be what, money line parlays. I totally understand it. But it's just, right? Is this money line parlays, or I'm assuming they're money line parlays and not minus the points? Because if you're going to go minus the points, round robin that guy and go 3-1 to make money. Brandon says, Astros are going to Florida the 20th to replay the Washington Nationals of West Palm Beach, Florida. I think the Nationals their total 65. I'm not really loving the Nationals next year. I'll tell you who I do like to go over their win total right out of the gate. Kansas City Chiefs over 72.5, baby. Shout out says, Devils Jackets over 6.5. Someone else said this too early in the show. They like the over in the Devils game. Chap Gio says, good luck today, everybody. Let's get it. Gio, appreciate you popping in. Good to see you. NFL, NHL, Florida, and the Minnesota Wild over 6, minus 135 at DK. Yes, sir. I see you get money. I do. I get a little bit. I don't do too bad. I'm surviving. What's up, Jason? It's 5 pages deep of college basketball games. I should start looking at this after stream. Here's the thing. So I'll write down all the lines, what I think they should be at around, and that's it. I can't. And I said this early in the year, Gio. I started out college basketball. I was in a funk. We had 33 games of bad losses, close losses. The calendar turns. College basketball, I'm 68 and 44, 61%. Now, on the year now, that bumps me up to like a 52% on the year overall in my plays. So I'm not up yet. I'm basically down a little bit and a little juicier, but I'm happy. Like in years past here, I'd have like 15, 18 games up on a Saturday just in the chat. And then I'd be betting like 20, 25 myself anyway. And I was fine. I was really good the beginning months, and then I'd slack off in February. It was a bad February, and March Madness good with conference tournaments. We'd get it back, but yeah, this year was a slow start, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta reevaluate how I'm doing things here. It's just for whatever reason, the games were not hitting. Now they are. So then here comes the changing of the mindset. Like it's like you're hardwiring of people where it's like, oh, I got to take an ugly dog. People don't take ugly dogs. Where I went from betting a ton of games to not as many. I mean, and I have a lot of games bet. It's not that I don't. I mean, I have what 200, 380 games bet this year. So I'm on my way to another, well, maybe not 1,000 bets like last year, but you got to look. You got to be able to just move on from a game. Money line parlay. Okay. I, they all should hit. You're taking all the faves, Dakota. I understand. Somebody always comes in and gets you. Groovy. We got a first basket from Paola Banchero. Magic plus 550. Maybe better versus the Sixers. Banchero. Dakota says Celtics first quarter 2.5, and the first half 3.5 are my main place tonight. I don't hate this. I mean, it's a 7. What is going on here? Who's out for Denver? Tooch is in the house. Tooch is sitting in an airport right now, getting ready to take a trip to the Caribbean. This guy. He's out in the Philippines. He's out in the Caribbean. Must be nice, Tooch. The Tooch College basketball package is paying dividends, apparently. Top J says, Isaiah Lakely over 35.5 receiving yards. No Mark Andrews. Lamar likes tight end, safety valve. Good matchup, too. Njoku do good versus Houston. Yes, excellent point. Always trust the process. The third always wins. I get that, King D. But the problem is most of the betting public, they see their nonsense on Twitter or Twitch or Discords or Instagram, TikTok, all this crap. They don't understand. They don't understand. And just fine. I'll come here and do my little spiel. Try to drop my 2 cents of what's made me money over the years. And I'm just having fun doing it. Well, I'm doing the work anyway. I can come in here for an hour. It's not killing me. Michael B says, UFC look ahead. The Pelosi 125 is now even. It was 125 last night. Patterson was 130. Now it's 110. These were last night you did these, Mike. Heading to the Bahamas to just sign up for the basketball package. Stop Geo Higgs. I think two-leg parlays can be exception. I've seen a few really well-established cappers have documented a very solid win rate on these particular plays. Out two moneyline face. Yeah, two-team. I'm not going to say no that you can't win hitting parlays. That's not what I'm saying. Guys can do it. You're getting plus money back on it. Sure, you can win. The problem, and this is what I say, when someone hits some crazy parlay for like $5 for a big chunk, whatever return is, then their $5 bet gets doubled or tripled, thinking I could do this again. I could do, and then they're trying to catch lightning in a bottle, and that is the hard part. Is your $5 bet that you're turning into 2,500, and then you say, you know what, I'm going to bet $10 parlays now, $25 parlays, and I'm going to do 6 of them instead of 2. I hope you hit them. I mean, listen, I don't know. I've seen people come and go. I see people on Twitter. They follow me like, oh, look at this. I've been doing this a long time. They just joined Twitter in November. Okay, and then I go through my followers. I'm like, who's this person? Are they active? Like, if you don't follow me, or if you follow me, or I follow back mostly every time I see who follows. I don't keep notifications on my phone, so I don't really know. But I'll go and see if like you find like these dead accounts who are just have some funny stuff written in their bios or in their tweets. I mean, can you make money? I guess you could. That's not how I make my money. I'm sure people do. Just says a few dibs, and I'll be zoned in for the 300 game sports card tomorrow. And I'm going to try to make a profit that we do every day. That's the goal. Dakota says Denver's 11-10 on the road, Celtics 20 on home. That has to be the reason they're 7 tonight. No, that is not the reason they're 7 tonight. 7 tonight because somebody's not playing. Because this was a 5.5, and now it's a 7.5. So whether somebody's out or they know somebody's going to sit out, I mean, I don't see Denver. I mean, first of all, they're coming in off of a close loss to Philly. Again, that's a team they could see in the finals. Celtics, it's a team they see in the finals. Why are they coming to lay down? I don't think they're coming to lay down. And if the Celtics win see, I see the 7. If it opened at 7, I'm like, they win by 10. It opened at 5, 5.5, 6. Now it's slowly moving up, which tells me I think somebody is out. Now, I said this last night. I'm saying it now at almost 1 o'clock. This is the problem with NBA. You'll find something out later in the day. Eric says, sports betting legal almost everywhere. Do you think it could become an epidemic like alcohol? Do I think it? I think it is an epidemic, bro. I mean, come on. These college kids, just ridiculous. I mean, they see it all. I mean, my son's in high school. He gets all this crap he sees. And they're going to lose their shirts left and right, bro. Have fun betting. It's not. You're not having fun. If you're having fun, dude, just send me $100. I'll be better with it than you have your money. I mean, and that's either taking my kids to Raising Cane's. I mean, forget about even putting it on a bet. Having fun. If you think this, if you're having fun, you are go enjoy your jobs, whatever heck you're doing. Having fun. Have fun. Bet with your friends. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Let's go out drinking and party with my buddies and live bet real money. But you know what, Derek? That's easy to do because these kids all live at home. Mommy and daddy take care of them. All right. Gordon's the only one on the injury report with his shoulder. I know. It's just something that seems odd there, Dakota. It keeps going up. I don't know. I mean, that high of a line, I do lean Celtics. Like, I think they want you to take Denver at that high price. But it has nothing to do with, they're 11-10 on the road. They're the defending champs. You just lost the game. I think you're going to show up today. I think they show up. Am I betting it? No. Could I see Denver winning? Yes. Could I see Boston winning 117-96 in a total blowout? Yeah, I could see Denver just get that early and then they sit everybody. It's a rest game for us. Sorry, we got a blowout. We're taking off. We're going to rest our guys here for the next game. Stop Geo. MGM here in Michigan, which is maybe the most public book. 7% of money line bets are on the Celtics, and almost 80% of the spread bets are towards Denver. I mean, if you go to like the Boston book, I'm sure it's different. That's why that kind of stuff, I don't get into that anymore. You can't. How the books are going to show you what they want to show you. Every book's going to be different. As I mentioned earlier in here, who was it, North Ender? The lines come out the day before. Why are you waiting till let's see where the lines move now to start moving? You're already late to the party. You're late. You are late. Have at least the idea the day before you want to bet on. As opposed to waking up and getting on your phone and trying to figure out where we're going. Yeah, manage their bankroll properly. You don't got to tell me, Eric. I mean, you were here. The last 2 years of look at lines in NFL football, I don't want to say it's like 65, 70%. People would have made money. They don't have money to bet a week in advance. So don't tell me that everybody's doing so well with their parlays or teasers or nonsense. That's a lie. That's a lie because they can't bet. They can't bet 6 days away. And I'm giving you every game had better lines or CLV, whatever you want to call it. Every game. And yet people can't bet them. Dakota says, I never put a bet until right before tip. Only way you know exactly who's playing. Well, that's the NBA, Dakota. That's why I say, you know what? No
Betting loud. That's what I call NBA in a regular season. Guys out, load management, vaginas hurt, whatever the case may be. That being said, I'm having a NBA. I'm 21-13. Uh, Not too bad. I'm having a nice little NBA season on the sites for myself. Not a lot of games, but I'm finding spots. That's why I'm not racing. And I say this all the time. They're like, "Oh, you got to watch these games." I'm not watching games all day long. Hell no, I'm not watching nothing. Maybe a playoff game I'll watch. Maybe. I'm going to sit around and wait for some joker making $28 million decide if he wants to play. Get the hell out of here, bro. To put my money on that? To put your money on that? You're going to wait? I don't mind waiting. NBA, you want for tip off? Sure, I got a life. I can't wait to tip off. I'll move on and make money in college basketball or NFL, college hoops, college football, anything but NBA. Not waiting. Hockey, or excuse me, playoff time for NBA? Sure. April, May, guys take a little game more serious. I'll get into it more. I'm not that I'm shocked I'm doing well in it early. I'm happy I'm finding some good spots, but I'm not running a bet NBA. And it's the only thing you wait till tip off. Only thing. Eric says I'm not having fun. Yeah, no, it shouldn't be fun. It's tough. Pound's laughing at Tooch trying to get people to buy his package. Shout out says I openly bet certain spots, or I only bet certain spots. Shout out says, who's your warrior we want to go see? I do not know what warrior I want to go see. On player props, I've been betting Holly Lakey has been adding to my bankroll. And again, put them up because I'm not a big prop guy. I don't know guys' names. I joked, I said, my 80s Sean Higgs page. I do a lot of 80s baseball cards. I crack them open. I make references to all 80s and mid 90s guys. That was my 12 to 20 youth. Of course, we wouldn't talk about that. So hockey props, I'm going to follow. I'm going to say, all right, maybe I'll put a couple bucks on that. See how we do. Try to build something. I said earlier, shout out, we had people in here like, oh, do this little prop for this, soccer for that, do this little parlay, a teaser. Yeah, I lost $7. Actually, I won a couple back doing my own stuff in there. So I was down about $8,000. I think I ended up losing like $6,000 in that account, having fun doing some props and this and that. Get the heck out of here. I don't have fun. Eric says, I was at a Blue Jacket game last week and his college kid was mad because he lost one leg of his parlay. He was telling his mom about it. Ay. I mean, my son's 17, my daughter's 13. So they've known for years what I do because they hear me talking and typing away. And my son, when I left to come down here before my kids came, or when I was also going to like AC for a weekend or Vegas where I'm like away. When my son was younger, he was like, I can't even, I can't fall asleep at night because I don't hear dad typing. Like I have the other office was, it's like the 3-bedroom house. So it was like the 2 kids' bedroom and the 1 bedroom was my office. And, you just hear me typing. He's like, they know. I try to explain to them. I don't want to be degenerates. North Enders laughing. 20-0 for Boston. It's good. Nathan, I'm on your Red Wings puck line. My Detroit Red Wings? That's a Detroit Lenny special right there. Nathan, excellent play last night. Your best bet, Vermont. 7 down to a 5 win by 20. Good job. I think they lose today because they're advertising it too much. The 20-0 for Boston, probably. Again, I'm not running to bet that game. In Caesars history, they have over 100 successful 25 leg parlays cash. Miracles. 125 leg parlays. I mean, out of how many? 100 of them. How many of those people are still up money today? 1. Nick Nasty. Godzilla says Denver money line. I love it. Stop Jay says Derek White and Porzingis were on the injury report when the game was given the line. They got taken off the report and that's why it's moved up. That makes a little more sense. North says, I gave you OKC the night before yesterday, but you're still sending shots at me betting late. Listen, North Ender, I'm not. You said that. What did I say about the Oklahoma City game? I didn't bet it. And I said, I like OKC because they lost 2 in a row. They should win. They're a good team. It's a good spot for them. They dropped 2 in a row. You're playing a Jazz team that's young, that's overachieving. Should be a win. My flip side, why I was in bed, I was like, you know what? Yeah, the Jazz are playing over their heads, but they're hot right now and winning at home. If I you think that's some easy game? They won by 5. You won by 1.5. It was a 3.5. Went to a 3.5. Come on, North Ender, get out of here with this crap. I'm not saying shots at you. I'm saying the point that here's another game like that. Denver, Boston. Somebody's going to say, I told you Boston. Yeah, why am I taking a team that's 20-0 and is healthy? They want to come out and make a statement by beat the defending champs. Sure. I'm really going out of my way saying that. I'm not going out of my way saying Denver wants to play these guys tough because they just lost to another team that they might see in the finals. It's not taking shots at you for betting late. I mean, you bet late, you got 3, better than 3.5. Were you not sweating that game? They won by 5. Come on. Nathan, they roasted my ass yesterday. Is not for the faint of heart. No, it's tough. All-Star break coming up in hockey. What concert do you want to go see? I'm heading to the I got tickets to the Billy Joel show up in Dallas next in March. But I mean, as much as I want to go, that's an adventure. That's not a one-day affair. I'm going to be up there for 4 days, and that's going to mess up my flow. It's during March Madness conference tournament time. I think I'm going to try to sell the tickets and not go. I'd rather do college basketball. Pounded Sports is puking at the NBA. Chris is in the house. He's like in VCU today over St. Louis. I like the dog there, but again, didn't bet any college basketball today. Kent State money line at home. We can do that. Yes, against the Zips. Shout out says DK's a good sports book. NHL player props. The problem with the DK and FanDuel is that you start making a little money there, they're going to boot you out. Believe me, I know. And then you get limited. It's tough. Michael B says, have a good day, Sean. Remember, the Warriors may not be the greatest franchise ever, but they're better than the Nets. Barely better than the Nets. Buck Williams is better than Draymond Green. North End, you're all good, man. I'm not saying I told you so. Just laugh at you. Keep taking digs. How am I taking digs at you? North End, are you T Money's burner account? Because I take digs at him for his Laker talk. Come on, I'm not taking digs at you. If taking a dig is saying you took a 3.5 point fave and they won by 5, some kind of mortal lock. I mean, I don't know. I'm not taking digs. You'll know when I take digs. So I'm going to come out and say, hey, yeah, there you go. I'm going to hit you with a gotcha. Kitty says, sorry, but not sorry. What's up with these guys? What are you saying? Get a life. What are you talking about? Who? No. Sorry, but not sorry. What's up with these guys in there? About what you're saying. What are we talking about here, Ryan? I'm totally lost now. Brandon, Blake Shelton's doing opening day for the Houston Rodeo this year. The kids, I'm more like my wife and daughter when I go to rodeo. My son's like, I get an eye roll from him. God forbid he stops playing Hearts of Iron or whatever hell game him and his boys are playing since football's over. Nathan says, no problem, Hinky, Vermont. Yes, but unfortunately parlayed with those Kennesaw State Owls did not get there. I like the digs. I'll let you know when they're digs, North Ender. I'm not digging. The digs are when people come in with and you didn't have a lock emoji or thank me later plays. I write all those down. Those get written down. Then you'll get your shots taken at you if they lose. Sensitive people today. People's feelings being hurt. North Ender, I'm not looking for kudos or celebrating a pick. I don't know how you thought I was like harping on that one. That was a game. I mentioned this last night, Oklahoma City and Jazz. I said that's a game because a lot of people like the Jazz in here. You were on the Thunder. I think a couple people like the Thunder. It's a game I did not have. I don't cheer for or against anybody when I'm not on a game. Why would I want people to win? Now, and this is it. If you come in with the lock emoji, thank me later, guarantee. What else is another one? Or you told me to write it down, get the pen out. Like, we're going to have fun with that. We're going to have fun. What event do I want to see at the rodeo? I don't know. There's different events. I just saw there's some guy gets on a bull and it opens up and he comes bouncing out and there's clowns running around. I've never been to the rodeo. Never been there. But I got my Bucky shirt on still last night. Nick Nasty says, feelings, nothing more than feelings. Who sang that song? Was that Barbra Streisand? Did you pay for college basketball yesterday? Did I pay? I didn't pay. I won. Did I play college basketball? It was a good day yesterday, college basketball. We had a 8-3 day college basketball. North Ender, I'm on your side, fella. And I appreciate you coming in. And I do not mind back and forth like this. That's what makes the show go. Ryan says, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We were just talking about this. Ryan King, lock of the day. I got to start a new notebook now because my notebook is officially empty. This one is done. Lock of the day. Ryan King. Who's he got? Pelly's -2. I wrote down. Tell me I didn't throw that out, did I? Did I throw it out? Someone had. Was that you had the Bills? Write it down. Someone had the Bills. Someone had the Ravens. Forgot who it was, Rye. 5-1 in the chat. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Let's go. North Ender agrees. Shot A's in the house. Higgs, you think the Lakers -7 is a lock or not? I think the under is the play in that game versus the Nets. Give me the under. Give me the under. The Nets versus Team Money. Team Money's not even here. See, this is taking shots. Team Money's not here. I'm going to make fun of him in wine time for liking the Lakers. I like the under in that game tonight. Give me the under Lakers Heat. NBA, actually, Lakers Heat, because I got the Heat here. Lakers Nets. I got the Heat tonight. That is it. There you go. No college basketball. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Although I'm not going to lie. Whiskey, Colorado State, that over, who's that? Fairfield's 12-4 overrun. There you go. There you go. I got a live show with Jesse in 2 hours. And Ross Benjamin. Come check it out. Late night Monday tonight. If you want to come back at midnight Eastern, I will be here. Hit the like buttons all over the place. Come to the Sean Higgs page, Winning Free Picks page, wherever you're watching. I appreciate you. Brandon says here he was going to do a grand marshal for the rodeo parade. I did not know that. I do not know nothing about the rodeo. Dr. Phil, Nick Nasty. Ryan says Bill's still going to win. No, so Rye was the Bills guy. Someone else. Bills win it all. Someone else I thought said Ravens. I know we had Bills talk. All right, Rye. I think the Bills are they're the dangerous team right now, I believe. I'm with you. I'm not with you for much longer. I'm hitting the end stream button.